playing, but I appreciate that there are a few good judges out at Kyneton today saying you want to be away from the rail. Sweet Deceit goes in for second, Swell Girl and Uptown Lola. But Kyneton each way around the $17 mark.
Let's head to the yard.
This mounting yard is brought to you by Racing.com's coverage of the All-Star Mile. Voting now open.
OK, Kyneton, the first horse we're looking at. You've showed the replay, jockey jumping aboard. At the moment, you think value at $18? Yeah,
I do, Terry. He rolls to the front, has led it. It's only 2 starts to date. The query is that last time out when we showed that replay, it was a $41 chance. But you know, the SP profiles, they tend to fall in line when these horses start performing. So I'm happy to give it a go at a good price.
Number 2 is Hazy Babe for the Stockdale yard from Mornington's. Only had the 1 start, showed good speed at the Valley.
That's right. Beaten 10 lengths by Lady Horse Owner, who obviously has some sort of abilities. Had a couple of had a trial back on the 4th of this month at Cranbourne, beaten around 5 lengths on that occasion. So tongue tie comes off. I'm not sure what to do with this one.
With race experience, but first up today is number 3, Lisette.
That's right. It's had 5 starts so far. 2 starts back at Bendigo. I know it was beaten 10 lengths, but did have some excuses. Had a trial coming into this, ran second behind Zubo, who was well fancied last Saturday at Caulfield. So I'd treat this runner with some caution.
Miss Charlie Lynn's only had the 3 runs, big SP profile and not much success.
Yeah, I couldn't tip you into it. The only thing is it's won a trial leading into this race at Geelong, beating Express Raider. Time not overly flash, but at least it's shown something finally.
Righteous Mischief, a 3-year-old filly, having her first run back from the break by Casino Prince.
Yeah, that's right. 2 runs. Look, I thought its first up run at Pakenham on that synthetic surface wasn't too bad, beating 3.5 lengths. It was like a pass mark over 1,000 metres. And then at Murtoa, had a pretty tough run there in transit when beaten 5 lengths. I'd be a bit forgiving of that. Trial OK, coming into this, beaten 2.5 lengths by Princess Jenny, who I think's got above average ability. So not the worst horse at around the $11 mark.
First horse we don't know a great deal about is Sassy's, owned by Eurozone out of a Danehill mare.
That's right. Look, a horse that I thought would improve Terry with a bit more time and possibly just over a bit further than today's trip.
Now, here's the favourite for the race by Moshe for David Burke. This is Sweet Deceit.
Yeah, it hasn't done much wrong, has it, in 2 starts to date, both over the 1,000 metres. Should appreciate getting up in trip. That'll put a little bit of speed in her legs. Of course, she's by Moshe, who's, I think, the full brother or half-brother to Black Caviar, and look who's on board, Luke Nolan.
Down to number 8, Swell Girl. She's been consistent without being really strong the last little bit of her races, but pretty good. Yeah,
that's right. Look, I thought she was pretty game last time out over the 1,200 metres. Coming back in trip, I think might even suit her. And if the track is favouring horses running on deep out towards the middle, these horses coming back in trip might then start coming into play because they're going to be tough at the business end.
George Osborne, Linda Meech combining up with Uptown Lola. They went to town first run, so George must have thought there was something there, and then not far behind that horse you mentioned, Zubo, before spelling again.
That's right, and it was 3 wide without any cover on that occasion, and Zubo got right up on the inside and just sort of peeled off late and won the race. So I had this horse in my numbers just simply because I think today's the day where it gets its chance to put its best foot forward, and Meech and Osborne are a very good combination, particularly up that neck of the woods.
Here's David and Coral Feek with Jamie Carr in the saddle, the first start of the filly by Skilled in Virage.
Yeah, look, one that's tricky to get much of a guide on. Does look to have some sort of ability, TB, but these horses typically, the big betting syndicates let them go usually first up, so I was happy to let it go this afternoon.
And Woolsthorpe Rain, number 11.
Yeah, look, had that 1 start, was very awful. Been back to the trials at the end of last month and wasn't too bad, finishing 3rd in that Zubo Lizette trial.
Before we do the tips, let's quickly recap the market as they head to the barrier. Sweet Deceit, $3.10. Swell Girl at $3.90. Virage at $7. Uptown Lola, $7.50. So Sweet Deceit, the favourite. The tips again, Nick?
Yeah, I'm just with the Kyneton there. Big Drifter, 12 out at $20. I was happy to put it on top. Sweet Deceit's probably the horse to beat, but short enough at the price. Swell Girl and Uptown Lola, I think, is another horse at around that $6.50 mark. If you're looking for an each-way gamble, it's the one.
OK, so value with Kyneton now, $21 with Bet365. George Osborne's got a couple of handy runners going around today. A real query runner, Brad, is this one, Uptown Lola.
I'm interested on George's thoughts here on Uptown Lola, who's only been to the races twice. They've both been first up runs, as she is here today. Is she in a different frame of mind and physical condition to what she was for those previous runs?
Yeah, look, first run was as a late 2-year-old, and we just wanted to give her that race day experience. She was probably cooked that preparation, but sometimes they get good out of that. Second time round, she just lightened off pretty ordinary between her jump out and her first run at Mornington. I just didn't like the look of her. She was a bit hollow, so we decided to abort. Let her grow up, mature, which she's done. She's presented fantastic today. I look really proud of the way she looks, and she's done really well this preparation.
You think this is a winnable option?
I've just got to see her attack the line a little bit harder than she has in everything she's done. She's sort of travelled into it, but she's just learning to attack the line is probably the final nail in the coffin that we need to teach her, and so I'm a bit reserved today. I'm just going to sit back and see what she does and go from there.
Best of luck. Better get a quick one from you on your runner in race 4, Lofferton, who is a half to the very famous, sadly no longer with us, Miss Vista. What are the expectations for the debut?
I'm hoping, look, he's very competitive, but believe it or not, he's a 2,000 metre horse. He's a big, you wait to see him in the enclosure, he's magnificent type, but completely different to her, and he'll get to 2,000 metres in a pretty short time, and we'll see the best of him.
Any noticeable face markings?
None at all, you won't believe it. Big black horse, big brown black horse, you won't believe it.
Nothing like the sister, and sounds like a different style of horse. Best of luck.
You wouldn't know they were from the same father.
All right, good luck, George. I will let you go and find a spot to watch this one. They're starting to load, so let's head up to Rick McIntosh for the call of race number 3.
I presume same mother he meant as well, Brad. The third, the bet 365 Maiden for the 3-year-old fillies. They're moving in. Sweet to see $3. Was heavily backed at Hanging Rock first up. Should have won. Just missed. Was charging late. Swirl Girl 390. Thought one of the two would be very hard to beat here. They're going in well. Bit of rain about too, or a bit of weather. Whether there's any rain in it or not, time will tell, but here's Sassy Zone, a local going up. Michael Jones stable. Pretty set of colours, which he's won with this year already. Sweet Deceit goes in, so too Virage. Woolsthorpe Rain. Famous McKenna colours, but Mitchell Friedman, I beg your pardon, training this one from Ballarat. Swirl Girl in the First Light Racing colours comes up, and Kuntara will go to the middle of the line. Righteous Mischief will go to the outside. Martin Seidel for Robbie Griffiths. Field ready for the third, the bet 365. The 3-year-old fillies about to step on their journey. Just waiting for Righteous Mischief to come up. And Barrier Boys giving it a push in to aid Martin Seidel as Righteous Mischief goes into the gates. 1,112 metres they sprint, and they're on their way. Good line away too with Virage, the newcomer, out well. Uptown Lola is showing speed, so is Sweet Deceit today. Kuntara goes forward, and Swirl Girl will be 5th on settling. On the outside of Miss Charlie Lynn. They were followed then further back. There's another one obscured in that pack too. Lysette's behind them. Then followed by Hazy Babe, who's over on the inside, running third from the back over Righteous Mischief. And Sassy Zone had gone back to the rear of the field, and it was Woolsthorpe Rain was that one obscured centre field. So Uptown Lola found the top over Sweet Deceit, the favourite. Virage, the newcomer, third. Kintara is fourth. Woolsthorpe Rain is 5th around Swirl Girl. And then Miss Charlie Lynn, Lysette, Righteous Mischief, followed by Hazy Babe, and dropping out to the rear again, Sassy Zone. Right off the track goes Uptown Lola in front of Sweet Deceit, who's trying to peg it back. Uptown Lola's going brilliantly though at the head of affairs. Have put 3 lengths on Sweet Deceit. Swirl Girl and Lysette are getting out, and so is Righteous Mischief, but this is way too good. Uptown Lola won by 3 lengths now. Righteous Mischief got up for second. I think Lysette third in a photo over Swirl Girl. Then followed then by Woolsthorpe Rain. Sweet Deceit didn't like being on the pace at all today. She dropped back with Virage and Kuntara, then followed by Hazy Babe, Miss Charlie Lynn, and Sassy Zone with plenty to learn was amongst the tail enders. Gee, that one nice and easy, didn't it? First out, first home. Used plenty of the track, Linda. 3-year-old Bale Brown filly by Dainrich from Crosstown. George Osborne, the trainer here at Kyneton. He owns the horse with Miss A. Babuskis, J Roses, J Foggar McQueen, the Eat My Dusk group, also Langdon Thoroughbred Racing. Linda Meech, George Osborne, number 9, straight in the frame. 9, 5, 3 and 11 here. Righteous Mischief got home well, a 3-year-old bay filly by Casino Prince from Running Right. Martin Seidel, Robbie Griffiths. 3 Lysette runs third, a 3-year-old bay filly by Ambidexter. Joe Bowditch for Byron Cosamanis. 4th in 8, Swirl Girl. 5th in 11, Woolsthorpe Rain. And Sweet Deceit, the favourites, ran 6th. 2 3/4 by a half length, and the run was 105.81. 2 3/4 a half length, 105.81 will confirm the tote dividend shortly. But George Osborne is preparing to, and it'd be a happy George Osborne too. It'd have to be after that, Brad.
Looked a lot better and felt a lot better this preparation. I think that proved it.
Yeah, look, thanks to the owners. I'm glad what I did. We put her away. We weren't happy with her. We let her, build into herself and got the result straight up, which was fantastic.
How important is it from a trainer's point of view to have owners that are happy to just go with your instinct and your thoughts on how best to play? And obviously they want to see their horses at the races, but you knew it wasn't working out.
Yeah, look, obviously as a horse trainer you want to go to the races every day of the week with the horses, but you can't until they're right. They can't until they tell you you're ready, and if they're not ready, well, you're just not going to get a result. So fortunately we got the right result. We got the right ride, and we got to the right part of the track too, which is great. So
what might be in store in the future for Uptown Lola?
Well, today was just an exercise in getting getting a good run out of her, and to get the good run with such authority that, yeah, look, we'll go down the similar sort of track that we did with the Four Sister Uptown Lily, and probably head towards a midweek sort of fillies race and go from there.
You've always thought she had city ability, because we do know, looking at the form guide, you kicked her off in town.
Yeah, yep, for sure. I actually think she's a better quality horse than her Full Sister Uptown Lily, who's won in town, been placed in town, so I'm sure she's headed in the same direction.
Well, this could be a good... I heard you on the Brecky show this morning on RSN, and you have a push for a couple of other runners later on in the day. Minton Mosley was one we didn't touch today. You got high hopes there, along with Gasworks.
Yeah, look, they're all seeming the right races, and if they get the right runs in transit, they're all going to be pretty much on the money.
All right, well, this is a good way to kick things off. Hopefully there's more to come.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
George Osborne winning trainer, race number 3, a local victory. Uptown Lola gets the money with Linda Meech in the saddle, this 3-year-old daughter of Dane Rich. Meech and Osborne go back a long way, and they combine again here today. She definitely seems like a better horse than previous preparations.
Yeah, look, she's always been a nice horse, but she hasn't really strode at race day. I've been expecting her to do that for a while, but she probably didn't have the best. I didn't give her the best ride at Mornington, and then she was a bit plainer at the start, but she jumped and never looked like any Maiden today.
She feel like a horse to you that has definitely got city grade. At what level in town, who knows, but she would deserve a spot there?
Yeah, for sure. She'll get a midweek race somewhere. I've always thought that highly of her, but just a big rap to George. He's hasn't been scared to just tip her out and give her time. He wasn't happy with how she was last preparation. He didn't hesitate. He put her in the paddock, and it's been the making of her.
And it seemed like you had a plan on how to ride the track today.
Yeah, well, George is a pretty good track walker. I had a walk of it, and I was travelling that easy. I thought I'll take bad luck out of it.
And you got to the right spot. Well done.
Thank you.
Linda Meech, she's in the winner's stall nice and early. She takes out race number 3 on Uptown Lola for George Osborne.